Welcome back to North Shore News. Humanitarian assistance has finally been able to deliver aid to refugee families through a distribution center in Yalda neighborhood of Syria. Refugees have reported that recurring low temperatures during the winter have taken a toll on their families. Violence over the past 3 years have left many homes without windows or electricity. UN and workers recently gained access to Palestinian refugees in the Damascus area as the Syrian government opened a limited number of besieged areas across the war-torn country. A restaurant bar establishment is allowed to sell alcohol in Hammond on Sundays. However, a business that is strictly a bar must remain closed on Sundays. But the Hammond City Council may be prepared to revisit the issue of Sunday alcohol sales in bars. The council is set to introduce an ordinance and, if approved, would allow bars to be open on Sundays. Southeastern Louisiana University students are already enjoying their brand new $32 million student union. The new union gives students 90,000 square feet of modern amenities and services. It's the first phase of a 3-phase project to be completed later this year. Services include a number of new television and video screens, along with a game room, ballroom, and fresh dining facility. Students also have ample space and provision to study or socialize. The first floor food court features new retail dining locations such as Panda Express and Muya, as well as Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, and a grab-and-go convenience store. The fresh dining facility is on the second floor where students can actually watch their food being prepared before being served.
I like how there's a lot to choose from. Like there's a Panda Express where there's a buffet, and then there's like Taco Bell if you just want something small. Like to me, I just get something small. And then
the university administration wanted to enhance the collegiate experience for students by bringing student services and programs into one place. So far, it seems that goal has been accomplished. The new union is funded through a self-assessed student fee and revenues from commercial providers that occupy space in the union. Judging from the numbers of students using the new union, it's been money well spent.
I like playing pool in the game room. It's just a nice way to just hang out with friends or meet new friends or just spend some time, get away from either the dorm or your apartment.
For North Shore News, I'm Tiffany Victor.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jeremy Rhodes.
And I'm Tiffany Victor. Several weeks ago, a strong weather system slammed into southeast Louisiana, spawning more than a dozen tornadoes. I have more about one of the hardest hit areas in Laplace. On February 24th, a powerful tornado hit St. John the Baptist Parish, destroying homes and businesses in a matter of hours. This was the second natural disaster to devastate the area, as 4 years ago, massive flooding took place there. The twister ripped through neighborhoods, officials say, wrecking at least 400 structures in the parish, most of them in Laplace.
Rooftops come off completely, trees inside of houses. It was bad.
The National Weather Service called this the biggest tornado event their new local office has had to respond to since 1989, when another weather system brought multiple tornadoes. No deaths or serious injuries occurred, yet more than 4,000 residents were without power and basic necessities for several days. It was clear that they needed much help. Hundreds of volunteers flocked to Laplace to lend a helping hand by supplying the community with tarps for roofs, hot meals, and basic toiletry items.
It's been pretty devastating. I mean, my friends and I were finding stuffed animals and just things that you would think families should have.
The tornado's destruction can still be seen in Laplace near I-10 and I-55. Broken windows, caved-in roofs, and abandoned houses line the streets where once ordinary families went about their daily lives. Despite all of the damage to this community brought on by the storm, businesses and homeowners alike are already starting to come together and rebuild. For North Shore News, I'm Tiffany Victor. A fire damaged 2 Hammond businesses in the 400 block of West Thomas Street on the final day of the Strawberry Festival. Fire Chief John Thomas says he thinks the fire began at Super King Seafood when the aged wood lining of the walls could no longer withstand the heat from boiling pots 5 feet away and caught fire. The chief says the seafood market did nothing wrong, that it was in code. A new component of the 911 system will allow users to text rather than dial. People with hearing disabilities or those who are in dangerous situations may now take advantage of this new change. Coming up, some of the first moments of a survivor's return from a deadly Amtrak crash in Philadelphia.
And see if the bad reviews from the Batman vs. Superman movie have had any impact on ticket sales. Stay with us.
Welcome back to North Shore News. President Obama held a bilateral meeting with NATO Secretary Stoltenberg. The general's visit underscores the importance that the U.S. places on the NATO treaty. NATO Secretary and President Obama sat down recently and discussed the alliance's response to key security challenges. These talks will help prepare the White House for the Warsaw Summit in July. The Secretary General outlined how NATO is strengthening its defense in response to a more assertive Russia. He thanked President Obama for supporting the European Reassurance Initiative.
The impact derailed the lead engine of the train, which was carrying more than 300 passengers and 7 crew members. The wreck claimed the 2 lives and 30 passengers are in the hospital, including some Amtrak crew members. Survivors from the train wreck can be seen here returning to their loved ones.
In the Philippines this past month, the World Health Organization launched the first public immunization program to help combat dengue fever, a mosquito-borne viral disease occurring in tropical and subtropical areas. Multitudes of 4th graders at a public school in metropolitan Manila were given the first of 3 shots of Dymvaxia, which has the capability to reduce 6 out of 10 cases or reduce 80% of hospital visits. The Philippines has had the highest dengue fever incident in the Western Pacific region from 2013 to 2015 and is the first to introduce and implement this program, which is expected to have applications in 20 additional countries over the next year. Coming up, campus radio station KSLU 90.9 FM invites you to rock with them.
Also up next, we'll share with you what a large pair of scissors and green tape means for the campus.
Welcome back to North Shore News. Southeastern Louisiana University's radio station, KSLU 90.9 FM, will be celebrating the 9th anniversary of its syndicated rock show, Rock School. That'll do it for this episode of North Shore News. If you have stories, we invite you to send them to us at northshorenews.ureport.com. We hope you'll join us again next time. I'm Tiffany Victor.
And I'm Marcus Evans. Thanks for watching.